Productions branch office for another Saturday night live stream. Tonight we are doing, I am phlegmy today. Let me clip up. Tonight we are doing something colorful. I have been wanting to play with some colorful foundations for a while, and I actually have an excuse to do that. So we are going to do that tonight, froggy or no froggy. We're going to keep going. But yeah, so hello, welcome if you're new here. My name is Janessa J. Champagne, and I'm North Dakota's Trash Queen of Glam, Geek, and Gore. And for tonight, we are going to be playing with colorful foundations. So I have a lot of colorful foundations. I believe it's still my most watched video on this channel. Hello, Janet, how's it going? Is my yellow foundation video where I did my first colorful foundation test where I compared Sunset Makeup to Indie Beat Cosmetics. And so we are going to be playing with, we've got Indie Beat, we've got Sunset Makeup. We've also got Sunset Makeup, a blue metallic. We'll see if this makes its way in. And we have two from Glisten. So we also have two fabulous Glisten. And what I loved is when I was ordering these blues, these were the blues that were available initially from the three main companies, Sunset, Indie Beat, and Glisten. And you can see, hello Alex, how's it going? They were three very different blues. So they were the main blue for each of these brands, but this is a very light kind of cyan blue. This is a more medium true blue. Hello, Mama Champagne. Hello, CJ. And then this is more of almost like a navy blue. So we are going to do a blue foundation look for tonight. I'm very excited. I've also got this lighter pastel blue. And like I said, I've got this metallic blue. Maybe that'll work its way in at some point. I, as always, will try to keep an eye on the chat. I don't have my glasses on, and I'm about to be painted blue. So I shall do my best. I'm trying to decide what color blue I want to be because, as I said, we have these three. So I thought, well, I could do this one and do highlights in this and then do contour with this. But then I'm like, is this too dark? But maybe if we do this as the base, and then if we do this to contour, and if we want, we can add a little bit of this. I do have a blue concealer. Sunset Makeup does have some colorful concealers. But we can use this and then we'll see how it goes. So yes, we're going to start with some blue. So I grabbed a bunch of sponges. I got 3 sponges ready this time. And this one just had a nice little plane on it because sometimes I like that. Otherwise, I tried to find like blue, green, purpley colored ones so that if it does stain, at least it's not as bad. Excuse me. And this frogginess is going to drive me crazy. All right, so we're going to start with this one. This is Indie Beat. This is their shade blue. Indie Beat Cosmetics. I haven't been to the website for a few weeks now. I know they were down because they were trying to sell. And I never heard an update of if they were able to sell, if they were able to turn it around. I don't really know what is going on with Indie Beat. Let me zoom in a little bit. I keep forgetting we're way, way out there. Hello, there we are. What I have on my face so far is just primer, and we're going to talk about the theme of the look, but I decided, hello Temp, how are you doing? And so we have, this is the REM, this is their little like serum, this is an Aura, and then I have this Makeup Revolution Glass Skin. I wanted things to be very juicy, very like potentially wet looking. We'll see how much that helps. Because I am going to be doing something. So I decided to do a look. I was asked by These Times. I don't know what that means, Mama Champagne, These Times. I don't know. I was asked to be a part of, she's got another collab that she works with. So she's got her creative art with Heart. And then she started to do one that is art and alchemy. And the first one, she had asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. It was around tarot stuff, which I would have loved to do because I read tarot cards. Excuse me. Going to forward this, it will page away. Oh, well, yes, send other people here. I would love that. And so, oh, I should change it to, I wonder if I'm missing anything. I always forget that I have to change this to all messages. Let's see if I think people are mostly just saying hi, Mama saying, what are you planning tonight? And so I think it's okay to, she had asked me to be part of the tarot. And I just, with everything that was going on with work and other things, I didn't have time. So she asked me to be a part of this one, and it just had to be done by June 3rd. And I think I can tell you the theme. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but the theme is monsters. And so I've been wanting to do a sort of colorful foundation look for a while. I said I was going to do more of those this year. And I thought, what if I do some sort of like underwater siren creature? And I thought blue. I could do blue, because obviously my first impulse with creature, with monster, is to go green. I could do a gender bent Frankenstein, a bride of Frankenstein, a witch with green skin, very wicked. It was an auto translate, I think, Mama Champagne. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I'm so froggy today. I mean, just, it's allergy season, by which I just mean it's a regular day, because at this point my allergies just like attack me all year long. But especially as things start to warm up, it gets worse. But yeah, so let's go ahead and do some of this blue foundation. But yeah, so I thought monsters, it could be really fun to do like an underwater drowned goddess creature kind of thing. Atlantean, I don't know, but we've got a whole lot of blue foundation, and it's squirted all over the place. Okay, let's see if we can. I hope this doesn't stain, although moving that foundation to the other does not fill me with hope. There's definitely some potential for some staining. I'm very not excited about this, because I mean, that's blue. Hello, blue. There's like a hair stuck to this. Okay. If any of you that are here saw my 2025 Best of Beauty and saw my purple look for my color of the year, or if you saw my Get Ratchet With Me where I did the color of the year look, start praying now. Because if you saw the staining from that look, I had that for about a week. I think it took me about a week to fully get rid of it. After a while, it started to just look like a weird sunburn. I don't know if blue can be passed off as a sunburn. Maybe it'll look like I have hypothermia. Maybe it'll just start to look like I'm a little bit cold all the time. But this is blue. This is blue. I'm blue. Da ba dee da ba die. Oh, okay. Look at this. Look at that. Well, I don't even know what to say. Very blue. Nice. Yes, I hope it doesn't stain that bad. Me too, Mama Champagne. Me too. I hope, especially if we're talking about doing a photo shoot next weekend. So Mama Champagne is going to come over for a photo shoot, and the thing that I had ordered from China ended up coming super fast. So we might actually be doing it next weekend. So, I mean, I've got a lot of full coverage foundation, so if I have to cover up a little bit of blue for next weekend. I do have to say, this Indie Beat is a little bit inconsistent. It does kind of, I don't want to say sheer out, but it definitely goes on really blue, and then as you kind of spread it out, and I remember that with the yellow, but it was less intense with the yellow because the yellow is a lighter color. It's, you know, slightly closer to like a skin tone color, unlike blue. And so let's not forget to do the ears, because that would be weird if I was fully blue and then didn't have blue ears. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a week, Janet. It took a long time last time. It was a lot. I don't think I have any like major video projects that I need to film for work in the next week, so I should be okay. It's all voiceover work, so we're just gonna let go and let God and hope that everything comes out all right. I feel like it's not getting as thick around the eyes, which is okay because that's where I'm gonna do like the brightening shade. And I haven't gone fully down onto the neck because I'll probably use, for the contour, I'll use the darker shade for that. Yeah, I should have a wet wipe or something here for my hands. Otherwise, I'm just going to be getting blue onto everything. The singing was cute and unexpected. Yeah, I put that on the thumbnail too because I was like, I loved that song in the 90s. That I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. I thought that was a fun little song. And so every time I'm talking about makeup being especially blue, that always comes to mind. And I always have to, oh, fun. So fun. So fun. Yeah, this is something. Okay, well, we live and we learn. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna pull out another clean wet wipe. My fingers are still stained. Okay. Now we're gonna do some of the sunset makeup. This is the light blue. These are all air pumps, so sometimes a little bit will come out at first. This one actually did, so I'm gonna pull a different sponge for this. And I'm gonna go into, did you do the Blend Bunny shop? I sure did do the Blend Bunny shopping. Yeah, Blend Bunny got a whole lot of my money yesterday because the psilocybin collection came out and the new updated blends. I think we're actually gonna use Blend Bunny tonight. I think I'm gonna use since I'm doing kind of a drowned creature, I thought it would be kind of fun and thematic to use what's it called? The Beauty Below palette. And so I think that might be what we use for so I'm kind of going in my eye area. Under eye. We can go kind of across the nose. We can give it kind of it's kind of freeform because, again, we're doing like a creature. It's sort of a monster look. So it doesn't have to be the exact same sort of painted anatomy that I would do with a regular drag look. There is some flexibility here. So I'll go over this with the darker blue sponge. Well, the medium blue sponge. We haven't gotten to the darker blue. Oh, my eye is stinging. That happened with the sunset makeup last time too. I mean, I did go right over the eye socket, but I did with the Indie Beats and that didn't cause any problems. So I don't know what to say about that other than I'm definitely feeling it. Yeah, so we're gonna have kind of a undersea spirit, but she's gonna be glam. She's gonna be glam. And we'll just kind of keep so there's the blue face so far. Oh, not too bad. I'm very excited for my Pride chats coming up this month. I think Dion usually has lives on Monday, so I think I'm going to schedule a live on Monday, but I'll schedule it for like 9 o'clock Central. And that's going to be my first one, and that's going to be the one where we go over some of the like basic, very basic kind of 101 stuff of queer theory. And so I think that one will be good to kind of kick off the month with. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good to have a project for Pride, because spoiler alert, if you do follow me on Facebook, if you've been paying attention to the Dakota Outright mess, I've talked about it a bit on here. There has still been no like formal resolution. So at one point the group did put up an apology. This is basically where after 20 years out of nowhere, they fired me. I was their show director and I coordinated all of the drag show performers and got everything set up and worked with them to get everything ready for the shows, and I performed and I emceed. And they fired me for being too political, is the story. Again, at some point I'm going to talk a little bit more about, there's the story and then there's the story behind the story. But I think the story is that I was too political because I talked about like progressive things. Like I talked about the fact that we should be better allies to trans people within our own communities, that white queers should maybe think about their privilege and show up for people of color. Hello, Megan, how are you doing? There's your shout out. And all of those kinds of things. So very progressive things that an LGBTQIA plus advocacy organization absolutely should be on board with. After 20 plus years of having done their drag shows, just kind of like fired out of nowhere. And so it's been kind of this big hoop-de-hoo, and I keep waiting. Yes, the Made by Mitchell live stream should not be private. I think other people have found it. I think. I'll double check again. Sometimes YouTube, I'll even set it, if I do it too soon afterwards, sometimes it doesn't read it as being switched. I don't know why mine go to private after they're done. Nobody else that I know that does live streams, their stuff doesn't go to, these glisten, I will say this about the glisten, these are so obnoxious. I don't know why they're so hard to get the air pump to actually start working. But yeah, so I think I have, but I will have to check. When this is done, I will check when I check this one. Has anybody in here been able to watch the Made by Mitchell Declutter live stream? I did set it, but I don't know why YouTube just wants to fuck with me when it comes to privacy settings on live streams, but I'm not happy about it. Okay, come on. The first time I use these glisten are so obnoxious. But yeah, so I haven't really gotten any sort of resolution. At some point, the group did put up like this very milquetoast, very like corporate speak apology. And since then, some of the people who used to be on the board have rejoined the board. And a couple of them have reached out to me privately and said that what happened was not acceptable. And they are working to get Pride. But then it's turned into this thing of like, well, we're really sorry this happened to you, but we've got to make sure that Pride doesn't fall apart. So bye. And I'm like, what? What? I get that that's an important thing, but also this was kind of a shitty situation. How long do I have to do this before this fucking makeup comes out? That's the one thing I would say. Glisten, get your packaging together, because I don't know why these take 15 minutes to start. I don't feel like I should have to pump them 6,000 times. Hello, Dion. How's it going? Excuse me while I just do 10,000 pumps on this air pump for Glisten Cosmetics so that I can finally get some... does this unscrew? Like, can I... It does unscrew. At some point, can I just, like... I might just have to take some out. I'm napping from being up early for that live. Yes. Yes, your schedule is very weird right now. I think, Dion, do you have a live on Monday? I was talking about how I think I'm going to schedule my first Pride chat, my kind of random one that I was going to do on Monday, but I think if you've got a live, I'll schedule it for 9 o'clock Central, so that it'll be after your live. Let me know. Is this content me just sitting here like... What is happening? $60, Cadence. Yes, I would take $60. You can send me $60. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. I will look, because I do have, for those of you who would like to send me money, since I am now dragfully unemployed by Dakota Outright, You can send it to my PayPal or Venmo. I'm mostly kidding. Although I did lose a paycheck. Although they got a pretty good deal. I don't think we talk about that enough. About the fact that, so like, if the girls that we would book from Minneapolis, they would get $250 for showing up to just, I'm taking the pump off and I'm just going through the top. I'm hoping I can get some this way. I don't want to suddenly shoot out like a ton of navy blue foundation, but it's not coming out that way anyway. So they would get $250 to show up and perform 3 numbers. I performed 3 numbers at the shows. I also booked all of the performers, had to put together the show order, had to put together the hotel assignments, had to communicate with the DJ to make sure that they had all of the music. I had to coordinate getting everybody to send their music in, which is like herding cats. And then I had to take care of any backstage drama that came up at the show, any of that kind of stuff for $300 a show. So for an extra $50, they got all of that additional. Okay, let me put the lid back on and let me smack it like really hard to maybe dislodge some of the product. And then maybe now it'll come out the top. Can I just have some foundation, please? Like, there's a little bit coming out, enough to like stain my hand, but is it enough to like? Oh my god! And this is on my hands, and I'm just trying to do a little contour. This happened when I did the black with the other. Oh, now I'm getting some. Okay. A little bit. Let's see if we can, let's make the best of it. If not, I've already started the black. I guess I could use the black to contour this, but I wanted to stick to these blues. That's why I had ordered 3 different blues, because I was like, oh, that's kind of fun if I've got all blue foundation. There was definitely more on the first side, and so you can see a much clearer. Come on. Oh, and then some gooped out onto my shirt. What the fuck is happening? This is my painting shirt now. That's why I decided to do this, because I wore this when I was painting for the Nut Lab, and I got paint all over it. So I was like, you know what? This can just now. I'm not that proud to be an American, so. Hello, Allison. Yes, we are doing an undersea Atlantean drowned creature. This is for a monsters themed collab. And so I decided, since I had wanted to do a blue foundation look anyway, I was like, let's do it for monsters. How fun is that? There we go. We're starting to get some. Hello. Things are much better down where it's wetter. Absolutely. Yeah, so here we have. Let's start getting some of this onto the neck too, so that we can. I think at some point I am going to have to do a little bit of chest makeup, because the dress I'm wearing is like a V-neck, so I will need a little bit of like chest makeup. Okay. It's very like, I feel like it's kind of splotchy, but I don't entirely hate it. Let's get in here and do some finger banging to kind of. It's giving, that other side that I felt looked splotchy though, it also looks more blended. This has got that like hard, unblended kind of line. So let's see what we can. But yeah, so there's been no real like statement since the board has kind of like added new members and tried to do some things. And people have reached out to me and they're like, yeah, this was really terrible and they shouldn't have done this and blah, blah, blah. And then, but like nothing. And then they've also like made the statement of like, and we'll support any events that Janessa decides to do in the future. And it's like, well, that's a good statement on the surface. However, hello, Rose. Is Rose here? Did I miss Rose? Hello, Dion Laura. Rainbow Rose, there you are. Hello, Rose. How's it going? And so, like, any events that she might do, and it's like, well, that's great, but now are you saying that, like, I have to suddenly just, like, oh, yeah, we're walking away from this. We've done what we need to do and said what we need to say. And now if Janessa decides that she's going to put together all the capital to, like, suddenly just launch her own show in less than 2 weeks, assuming that, like, it would even happen during Pride, in, like, 2 weeks, oh, yeah, we totally support that. And I'm like, oh, will you? Gee, thanks. Like, yes. Good thing I just have that spare $10,000 to $12,000 laying around to do, because those shows do bring in money, but you got to have money to like set them up as well. So it's like, I don't know, it's a little disappointing. My kind of arbitrary deadline that I had given them was May 29th. So we'll see if tomorrow, because I had kind of made some demands that I had talked about in a previous live of that I wanted my like potential show pay for the year paid out as donations to a couple of organizations, and that I wanted the board president to step down. I do think the board president is no longer there. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a little bit unclear who their new membership roster includes. Because it sounds like the main problem was not, although the chat GPT and the AI stuff was that president, Jay, but it sounds like the drag show stuff and what happened with me was not him necessarily. It was a different board member, which does not surprise me. That's the other board member. When we eventually get to the story behind the story, she's the one that I think was the problem. And good to hear that you are wonderful. And so, yeah, so it's been an interesting time. And Pride is coming up. So I don't know if I'm going to try to go down to Bismarck for Bismarck Pride. I certainly don't think I'm going to try to be part of any of the official Pride celebrations, although I may, if I go, I may shop at the vendors, because I've put in a couple of my statements that, you know, you should still support, even if you decide not to support the official, like, Pride festivities, that you should support the vendors and the organizations that are there, because they had already paid their money, their fees, before this ever kicked off, and none of this has to do with them. So so I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is, I've got this concealer. I'm gonna add this a little bit under the eye, because I think this is gonna be even lighter than that foundation that we used. And I do have my, like, Blend Bunny, like, my real makeup remover, because my makeup wipes are taking it down to that. And I'll take a shower when I get home, and hopefully some of that. This one's stained blue, and I haven't even touched it for anything. So let's go ahead and put that. So we shall see if tomorrow comes and there's no response. I think I may have to make my final sort of conclusion and just be like, you know what, maybe I'm done for a bit with these people. I'm glad that some of the people that I've worked with before have decided to go back to the board and help them kind of dig out that I do, because I do still, you know, I mean, I worked with that organization for 2 decades, so I'm not ready to just be like, burn it down, but it's definitely a sort of disappointing situation, and Okay. Now I feel like I want there to be a little bit more blending among all these shades. I do feel like they're still staying, I mean, I want the color variation, but I feel like they kind of end and have very clear boundaries between the colors. So I want to make sure that we get some. I'm also starting to wonder if 4 sponges was enough, because these, once they touch another color, they're so stained and just ridiculous. I think this actually gives us a nice base. Let me bring a little bit more of the concealer onto, let's do the Cupid's bow and a little bit on the chin. Maybe a little bit on the forehead. So how's everybody doing on this lovely Saturday night? I had the weirdest dream last night. I used to very rarely remember my dreams. I'm not going to say never, but very rarely remember my dreams. And I only would seem to remember them when they were super bizarre. It would be like really, really, really strange, bizarre dreams. Now, unfortunately, the last few years, I remember my dreams. I have a dream every night, and I remember it every night. And it's always like stress related, to have to do with things going on at work specifically, and sometimes a little bit in my personal life as well. And then, but it's also like in weird metaphors, and or it's just weird stuff. Like when I remember dreams, it's always weird stuff. Filming a video and taking a break from listening to the Brick and Minifig scandal video. Oh no, are there scandals with the minifigs? That sounds terrible. Terrible. It's better, although it would be a nice change and a nice break from stress dreams about work. But girl, it's going on. Al Udon, what a weird mess, huh? That must be the person who is in the drama or related to the drama. And so yeah. Sorry for typos. My fingers are crunchy. Fibro flare up. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, maybe Allison, you were saying. Yeah. So last night I had this weird dream that was like sex adjacent, but it wasn't like, there was no sexual activity, but it was like sex related, because this person that I know that I'm not attracted to, that I have never even like thought about dating, but we, for some reason, decided to start an OnlyFans together. And so, like, it was about, like, and so we were negotiating, like, what we were going to do on the OnlyFans. And then it was also just, like, weirdly, like, business-like. So then it was, part of the dream was, like, we tried to find a tax attorney to, like, because we were like, well, if we do this, we want to make sure we don't go to jail for tax evasion. So then we were, like, interviewing all of these tax attorneys. And then we were like trying to find a business manager. And then we were trying to find like a camera person. It was very strange. It was very strange. I do not understand what would be, I don't know. It's got everything. Star Wars, Legos, Grand Theft, police corruption, power, mad Mormon corporations. I'm loving this. It's like an entire Lego cartel. I have watched like 17 videos, including several 2-hour. So, Allison, you will need to send me like a 101. If you can send me like a good place to start of somebody who has just like made a video to like, because I don't know how deep I'm interested in going into Legos, but if there's Lego drama, I'm interested. I want to know. So if you can tell me whose video, like a nice introductory video to watch, I love it. You'll get me the one. I would love that. I would love that. If you could send those to me on Instagram, I would be so here for it. Here for it. Okay. So now we've got a very, very blue face. So let's do some eye makeup. I think we're going to use the Beauty Below. I got 2 starters I've been sending out to people. Oh, I love this. You're already prepared. Helping people understand the craziness of the Lego drama. I'm here for it. So this is the P. Louise primer in... It's the basic primer in Touch of Frost. So this is a light kind of cyan blue, baby blue. We are going to... Do I have a little brush that I can use for this? Let me... Because I think I want a lighter blue, and I think I want to kind of draw where I have this. Maybe we'll keep it kind of rounded. We're trying to and like I said, this is part of a collab that's about monsters is kind of the theme. So I want this to be glam, but I want there to be maybe a little bit of a threatening element to it. Or maybe it'll just be a little bit of like a haunted element sort of thing. I mean, if I want it to be threatening, I should do my Disney Witch angled eye look. That's much more vaguely threatening. I think I need a little bit of an angle. There we go. So there's that. Laugh out loud. Alien. Chris Isaac, pale blue Spanish sky. I've only seen aliens depicted being green or gray. Yeah. Hello. Ibrahim. Hello. Yes. We're doing actually kind of an underwater creature. She's maybe sort of the drag queen of Atlantis. But if you believe some of the ancient alien theorists, the kingdom of Atlantis may be related to ancient alien activity. So alien is maybe... I saw that you sent me 2 videos. I'm very excited to catch up on those tonight after I try to wash off this blue mess that I have gotten myself into. So yeah, we've got this. And let's do... No, I'm not going to do a brow. I'm not going to do that yet. I should grab the Blend Bunny. So the Blend Bunny... Sorry, I have to move things. Where did that palette end up? I now have 2 drawers of Blend Bunny. And somehow, with it only being in 2 drawers and everything is together, I still have trouble finding things? How is that possible? I don't understand. Yeah, let's see. Which palettes are in this? We've got Lure, Longing. There she is. Okay. Okay. You go back in there. Okay. Beauty Below. Is that content just watching me like dig on the side? Monsters don't have to have eyebrows. They don't have to, but I think this monster would be very glamorous and would decide that she has to have brows. So this is Beauty Below from Blend Bunny. Have not had much of a chance to play with this. Now, I think for this one, I want to... I like, since the skin is all blue, I'll maybe put a little bit of blue shimmer in the eyeshadow, because that will be like her neutral. But I feel like we'll maybe do some like purple? Purple? because I do have 2 quads of purple here. I do also have some pink, and I think I'm going to do purple blush. So let's go ahead and go to, and I just put this like this blue primer down, and now I'm about to use an absolutely not blue eyeshadow on top of it. Okay, now I'm singing Atlantis by Donovan. I'm so impressionable, I guess. I love that. I'm here for it. Let's do a little bit, actually, let's start in the greens. So let's start with this pastel green. I'm gonna put that in the inner part. And this does darken quite a bit when I put it onto this blue base, because this is a very pastel, very light, like sage green. And you can see that going on top of this, it just becomes absolutely dark green. Which I like this green color with it. I'm not mad about what it's doing, but it's definitely not, the light blue isn't enough by dolphins not having eyebrows. Absolutely, dolphins should have eyebrows. Okay, so let's do that. I like that. Howsomever, what I'm going to do is I am going to I do have this white concealer. This is from Jalopity Staircase, Jefferson Starship. I've had this for ages. Hopefully it hasn't expired, because it's the one. I do have a white foundation from Made by Mitchell, but I'm going to go in here and just create kind of a cut crease shape, hopefully, so that this will help the shadows stay a little bit more vibrant. It was picking up a little bit too much of the blue. Yeah, the green looks really pretty once it's on there. It's not what I was anticipating, but I actually really like the way it looks. So I'm going to create this kind of... So a lot of times I like to set all of the mattes first and then go back in with the shimmers. I think I'm going to do the shimmers and then we'll build some mattes around it. And in my head, I have the song Girl of Your Dreams by Trixie Mattel. I really like that. It doesn't have anything to do with the sea creature, but there's this line about when, I think it's when she smiles, she's like a mile of Christmas lights. There's something about that line that is just stuck in my head, and I just like it. Fucking up this side, but that's okay. We can add a little bit more green at some point, but there we go. Now we have a little bit of and now this white concealer stained light blue. That's fun for me. We'll just kind of finger bang it over across the eye. Seems like this side did not go as far. I have been rewatching the first season of Hacks, because now that Hacks is over, I need to go back and watch it. I've been wanting to watch it because I know that Deidre Hall shows up at some point, and I am a Deidre Hall, Marlena Evans fan, and so she shows up as sort of a heightened version of herself, and I'm very excited to see some Deidre Hall on Hacks, but I've only ever watched the first season, so I went back to watch the first season, And it's one of those comedies that's so like anxiety inducing. Like there's a lot of stuff that's really funny, but a lot of it is kind of like darkly funny, and it relies on a lot of like cringe, awkward tension kind of stuff. And so yeah, so this is that green. Look at how much that turns when it goes on top. And that was a light blue base. Now I'm going to go into this shade right here. So the green was called Beware the Mermaid. This blue is called Irresistible. And I'm going to put this onto the lid. But yeah, I really like it. Jean Smart is so good. Hannah Einbinder, is that her name? Einbinder. She's really good. It's really funny. And there's some fun guest stars. But I just finished the first season, which is what I had seen before. And I forgot that it kind of ended on this cliffhanger. So I'm excited to watch the next episode to see. I feel like we're losing all of the shimmer. I feel like it's going right into that concealer. Yeah, I'm getting like a base color, but I'm not getting any of the like shimmer. I mean, I'm still fairly new to colorful foundations, so every time I do this, it's a little bit more of a... I'm gonna try to do more of... Now that I've got a layer down, excuse me, pretty girl, on top of the concealer, now I'm just gonna try to kind of pat it in and see if that will keep. I feel like that's helping a little bit. Yeah, it's almost like it's becoming foiled. It's almost like if I had sprayed the brush, like the moisture from the concealer is so strong. Oh. No. Hey everyone. Hey Dawn, how's it going? So again, I'm going to kind of swipe on this first bit to just kind of create that base. Hello, Dawn saying hello, Mama saying hello. Hello, hello, everybody saying hello. I love that. Hello to everybody. Okay, now that we have another base drawn on, let's try to stamp. I'm getting Avatar vibes. Yeah, it's a little bit Avatar. Hello, Fabulous Joe. Hello, hello. We got a whole string of people. Let me make sure I'm not missing everybody. Got a lot of hellos. There we go. Dawn, I hope you were not too upset about my playful rant about Mortal Kombat. Because I also said that, like, it's those kind of people who also make fun of Taylor Swift. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan. I think that there's something to be said for pop culture. Like, if something's really, really, really popular by a lot of people, there's something to that. Like, and some people just want to be edgelords and dismiss it. And so, you didn't see my comment just now? Well, I've been live for about 49 minutes. So if it was in the last 49 minutes, I did not see it. I see butterfly wings. Hello, sweet. Hello, I saw you say there I am. And you said hello, and you said hello to Retro Toy. You're saying hello to everybody. Sipping. Oh, you're sipping your pumpkin latte with your Uggs on. So I just thought. No, I did miss that one. It went too fast. Yes. So I do. I think if people love that kind of stuff, that's fine. But it's these edgelords that want to come on and act like they have some like unique opinion that has never been said by anyone before, and then they have the audacity to say that their favorite Mortal Kombat character is either Sub-Zero or Scorpion. And it's like, what? Girl, get yourself figured out. We're going to go into Pulled Under, which is this purple. And I'm going to try to put that next to the turquoise. Yeah, so I was just kind of making fun of the Mortal Kombat bros because I'd watched a couple of ranking videos because I kind of like ranking videos even if it's not makeup. And so I was like, I'll go check this out and see what they've got. And then seriously, both of them had Scorpion and Sub-Zero as their number 1 and number 2. I don't remember which order either of the videos was in. It doesn't matter. It's still so basic. And I was just like, oh, can you just not? Like, if your favorite Mortal Kombat character is Sub-Zero or Scorpion, you are so basic. And so I just had to have a little mini rant. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with liking those things. I don't think there's anything wrong with liking pumpkin spice lattes and Ugg boots. I don't think there's anything wrong with liking Wolverine as your favorite X-Men character. But it's just like, but then also come to terms, like Dawn said, she admits she's basic. Like, come to terms with your basicness. There are some times where it's good to be basic. Sometimes it's fun to go with the crowd. That's how I feel about being a Swiftie. I have no shame in being a Swiftie. I just like it. Hello, Dion. I'm sipping. I admit I'm basic. I love that. I'm dozing. I'll keep you on and watch the replay when I get up. I like Shang Tsung. Yeah, he's kind of fun. I liked him better when he would morph into other characters. Now they're kind of doing this green energy thing that's a little bit played out. It was more fun when it was he was kind of no character but also all the characters. And so the newer stuff, he still has a little flavor of that every once in a while, but I of course like Melina. Melina is my favorite. I don't know if I like how this eye look is coming out. I don't know if I like this, but we're going to keep going for a little while. We're going to see how it comes together. We don't trash looks. We especially don't trash looks when we've painted our entire face blue and are probably going to be stained for several days. We're going to make it work. We're going to find a way to make it work. They look like Morpho butterfly wings. Oh, I like that. Sindel fan. I do like Sindel. Mocap is hands down the worst. MK. Oh, thank God, CJ. I thought you were about to say that Mocap was your favorite, and I'm like, if I did a ranking video of all the characters, Mocap is the bottom. Mocap is the absolute bottom character. I just think sometimes they're jokey characters and things. It gets to be too much. I'm just like, this. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. I'm not here for it. How do we make these eyes more striking? I think the problem is that because I've got a blue face, this eye look just kind of looks meh. It's just kind of mid. It kind of blends in. It doesn't look like much. Hands on the worst character. Stupid autocorrect. Melina, thanks. For life I couldn't recall the name. Just say, yep. I don't remember all the characters. Some were dull. Striker is better. Meat is better. Yeah. 90s movie. Oh, in the 90s movie. Yeah, Shang Tsung in the 90s movie. And they got the actor. He's passed away since, but he actually came and was the face model and did the voice for Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 11. So not the most recent game, but the game right before that. But then that actor has since passed away. Okay. So we've got a green, blue, purple. I feel like this is our little, like, drowned Queen of Atlantis, like, going to work. This is her going to work look. This is very neutral. I think we need to punch it up. I think we need to do... Oh my god, am I gonna hate this? Am I gonna hate this? What if we did, like, crazy liner? Should we? Should we? Sindel pretty much does kick out. I do like Sindel. I like her character. I like this flinging hair. Yeah, I was thinking maybe doing like black, like a really intense black liner. I'm not good at black liner, but Mountain Dew, give me strength. Ooh, I have kind of an idea. Let's see if I have any black liners. I do liners so randomly. Yes, we're definitely gonna have a big dramatic lash, so I think that's gonna help. Let me start with some liner. I do liner so rarely. I don't know if I even have like a liner that's still good. Although I do have some cake liners. So let me bring this out and just do, and I do want it to come to a point. And let's go from like here. Like damn, Gina, like big black liner. And then I'll maybe fill that in with a cake liner. Now, can I? Oh, look at how much smoother that was coming from that side first. And then I'll come over here. And again, come out from the eye. That one, this one I think is starting to get mucked up. So let's grab another. Hello, New York. How are you doing? I kind of noticed that that was a new thing and forgot to say hello to you. But yeah, I think a big dramatic wing. Yeah, and then I'll use cake liner to fill that in. Oh, I'm not good with... actually, I'm not going to use black to fill it in. I'm going to use this Made by Mitchell. I'm going to fill it in with a green metallic. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Oh, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe when it dries, it'll have a little bit more presence. Oh, it's got a little bit of a... And remember, I always have to remember to trust the process, because once I get a lash on, that's going to change how all of this looks. I'm going to take another... That could be fun. So let's put on a little bit of mascara. I also think I want a pop of color, maybe like a hot pink in the inner part. And maybe we'll do like a black eyebrow. Hello, until NY993. Got a little bit of... I think up close that green looks kind of fun. I don't know if far away, if it reads. Now this is for a photo, so it might be okay. I think the contour has sort of, has it settled in and sort of set. I think that that is looking good. Now the siren is ready to sing men to their doom. Yes. So we've got a little bit of mascara. Let me get out my palette. I think for this brow, let me mix the black and the teal. It's like a split pan, but let me mix them together. Where's my little, here's a little eyeliner brush. So this will be kind of a dark green black, and I'm using the Made by Mitchell. Has anybody in here watched the Made by Mitchell Declutter as a replay? Can you let me know if it's live? I did go and set it to public again, but YouTube is just determined to fuck with me with these privacy settings. And so Janet was saying she was having a hard time finding it, and I'm a little worried that it might be still set to private or set to private again. I don't know what causes that. It frustrates me to no end. But hopefully somebody has seen it. If not, I'll check it once I do this one, and hopefully hopefully I'll still be able to set it. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, now that we have some definition around this eye area, let me darken up. I have that scar there that I always hit, and then it leaves a little bump. Let me... There we go. We're definitely getting some more definition. We like that. Now, God damn it. Now it's time to do the second brow. The second brow is never as good as the first. Let's see if we can get it. That's actually not bad. Oh. And it's sort of cocked like, evil? Are we doing evil? I like it. I like the doing evil. Let me put a little bit more mixing medium in here, and I'm going to darken up the wing. Okay. Oh, it's getting a little thick. Okay, there we go. I actually like that shape. I'm going to try to do... I like that it kind of created a little extra thickness there. So I have a made by, it should be under my live tab, and it would be Made by Mitchell Live Declutter is the one that I'm wondering if it's there. Because that's the one that Janet couldn't find. Because there was a Made by Mitchell video today and a video on Monday. And then the third piece in the week was Wednesday. Yeah, this is working out great. I'm liking this. These wings are not even close, but let's see. That's a little closer. Yeah, and I don't think I want to fiddle with them much more, because that's when I start ruining things. I do want, oh, I wish this was sharper. Oh, yeah, we're fucking this up. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of a makeup wipe. Can I get the top of that? Oh, what am I doing? Okay, okay, stop what you're doing. You're just making it worse. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to take this little thing, I've cleaned this brush off. I am going to take a little bit of foundation, and I'm going to mix the dark blue and the light blue. I'm going to mix it on the end of this sponge. Yeah, because if I try to do any more with the black, that's sort of worked. I mean, it does look like a different color, but the other color looks like it's a shadow on top of the liner rather than just the liner being thicker. So I like that. So let's put that on the other side too. There we go. So now I feel like they've got a little bit of sharpness back. They do look like they've got a little bit of shadow around them, but that is just fine. We'll maybe add some shadow where I don't know if we're done with this look. With this eye look. Under the light tab, it's not there. No, it would be right at the top. God damn it. I don't know why YouTube does this to me. I don't know. Well, I do know sort of why YouTube is doing this. It's just because every company now, the AI bullshit that they are putting into everything is ruining everybody's lives, including mine. And so, like, all the AI controls and trying to guess, because that's why, like, when you come on here for a live chat, it doesn't give you all messages. It gives you top messages, because some AI bullshit algorithm is trying to guess what your top messages are. Guess what? I only have 800 fucking subscribers. Every message I get is a top message, because I'm not getting that many. That's the nature of being a small YouTuber. I'm not getting that many messages. I want them all. They're all top messages. And so all of that, and then like there's, for some reason, nobody else, everybody else, if their live is public, when they like are done with it, it converts into a video, and that's also public. I don't understand why mine go to private, and then sometimes even after I switch them, they stay private. It makes me crazy. And I could talk about this till I'm blue in the face. Ba-dum. How did you like that dad joke? But I am blue in the face, so it's time to stop. So, I am loving this. So now let's get the beauty below. I want to do a pop of this bright pink in the inner corner, just to see how that goes. This is Atargatis. 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 I feel like when this came out, she explained like what that was. I don't remember. It's some mermaid folktale or something. There we go. We love a little bit of... And what if we do a little bit of... into this purple, just a little bit of this pink. I think if we mix more of these, because I don't necessarily want a normal sort of drag look, but if it can look sort of like glamorous, fishy camouflage, like little splotches, I feel like that could be fun. So like that's kind of fun with the... Yeah. I used to say that a lot, like, oh, I could talk about this till I'm blue in the face, but, and I haven't said it for a while, and then it just popped into my head, and I was like, oh my God, obviously you have to say it now. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a little bit of Take Heed, this dark, blackened brown, and I'm going to do this on the outer area to kind of add a little bit of depth next to this wing. Okay, before I fiddle with it anymore, Mama Champagne is right, quit while you're ahead, because I do have some ideas. Yes, glamorous fishy camouflage, that's what we've done here. But I do want to put lashes on, because I think that it does change up the look enough that I may be satisfied with it once I put the lashes on. And that may be what I think I'm missing that is causing me to want to keep adding and adding. Where did I set that mascara? Let's do another little coat of mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess, the green tube. Oh, pretty girl. Pretty fishy. Because I think I might want to add some glitter. If you fuck it up, put glitter on it. Ancient Drag Queen secret. Oh my God, this lash drawer is gonna drive me crazy. Okay, what is sticking up and catching? That's what I need to know. What kind of lashes do I want today? Hey, blue person, guess what? The Spurs won. Let's fucking go. Well, hello, Just a Zero. If you are a Spurs fan, then I'm happy for you. If you are not a Spurs fan, I'm so sorry for what has transpired. Let's see. I'm going to do, these are Blend Bunny. These are their Vice lashes. And these are the Wicked lashes. These are the Wicked lashes. And this is a brand new pair. This feels very exciting. Pulling out a new pair of lashes. We've been reusing lashes a lot lately. So, you know what? For this little blue extravaganza, I've decided that we can do some new lashes. But that means I need to find I don't know where my little scissors is, so we'll just use these, but I'm going to trim the edges. When you are trimming lashes, I always suggest if you're holding them, so the lash band, you trim them at an angle so that there isn't a sharp point pointing at you, and you want to trim in towards the lash. So I trim this way and then I trim that way. And so then that way they make like a little point, but the point is on the outside, so it's at an angle, and so any point that there is on the outer part of the lash band, not the inner part, so it'll fit better against your eyelid. Off topic, anyone excited about the new Nomad? Dawn, that is not off topic, that is the topic. Can we talk about how that all shimmer multi-chromy kind of palette from Nomad is one of the most beautiful things that I've seen from that brand? Now, I've been loving up on Nomad a lot lately. I've been doing a lot with their collections. I think I'm gonna wait to pick that up just because with the big Blend Bunny release, and I also bought the Singe release. I didn't buy the lashes, but I bought the palette. I'm trying to like not spend as much. I'm trying to like make some better choices, but that Nomad palette is so freaking pretty. And of course, an all shimmer palette is a gorgeous like companion palette, and they just put out that cruise collection that's got that all matte palette. I'm obviously wanting to try those shimmers with that palette as well. They pair beautifully, and I did just get that all shimmer palette that was in the cruise collection, so I don't know that I need an all, but it's so pretty. And I don't know why all the indie brands seem to be releasing at the same time, because I don't buy a lot of mainstream stuff. If anything, I'll sometimes go to Ulta, or I'll go to the Ulta site, and I'll make a little like shopping my feelings purchase. But I'm not like checking for mainstream releases. Like there's no mainstream brand really that's doing anything that I'm like, ooh, what's their next release? Like I run into the information from watching a video and I may pick something up, but it's very, compared to like the indie brands that I follow, it's very rare. But then when all of my indie brands release at the same time, then it's like, you are literally killing me. I need you to stop all. Yeah, there hasn't been much I've been interested. Like I was interested, and if I am interested lately, it's been the drugstore mainstream brands. So it's been like those cheek pearls from About Face, like the little 9 square thing that's got the cheek things. NYX Cosmetics has had some interesting things that I want to play with. So sometimes like complexion, or you know, some of the, like a few of the color things, not really eyeshadows, but like blushes and stuff from NYX or Morphe, those have been kind of interesting to me. But in terms of like eyeshadow palettes, I haven't bought a mainstream eyeshadow palette, I don't think, in a while. I think it's all been indie. If I'm a liar, I'm a liar. Tell me if you've seen me unpack something, because it could have happened. But I don't think I've bought a mainstream eyeshadow palette in a long time. I'm gonna be so fucking blue when I wash this off. I'm gonna be so blue. I'm gonna be so blue. This look better be worth it. This look better get all the attention. Jesus, take the wheel. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Now, these are not the Vixen lashes. These are the Wicked lashes. I mean, they're all discontinued, so it doesn't matter. The most mainstream palette I bought is probably not. I haven't bought Natasha Denona. She keeps putting out. Fight me on this. Anybody that wants to fight me, you can try. I will not give in. Natasha Denona is the new Urban Decay Naked series, and I will not be taking questions at this time. She's just recreating the Naked series in like a different format, like in a big square pan format. But like she's had kind of a rosy nude one. Hello, you're back, Dawn. She's had like you're basic. Oh, you're basic. Yeah, she's doing the Naked palettes. I mean, she had one that was more cool toned, that was the Naked 2. This new one I think looks the most like the original Naked. She had that Bloom palette that was like the Naked 3. she's recreating the Naked series and like going above and beyond. She's creating Naked palettes that Urban Decay never even thought to put together. Like, it's so... I saw that someone had posted those two Viseart palettes right next to it, and I was like, I mean, this is a conversation that should have happened a long time ago. I don't, like, these are not the first people to do this. Tarte, back in the early days, everybody talking about like 2016 makeup. There were some girlies that were doing all the colorful stuff, and I've always loved colorful stuff. But there were a lot of people around 2016, 2017. I remember it because Juvia's Place put out like a second neutral palette because they were known for like colorful eyeshadow, all of their beautiful colorful eyeshadows. And they dared to have a second neutral shadow palette that was completely different. Like this one, even if you were kind of neutral colorblind, this was clearly very different. But they still come like, who needs all these? Who needs all these neutral palettes or whatever? And they would open up their drawers and they would have 15 palettes from Tarte. And I was like, are you fucking joking me? You are acting like, oh, Juvia's Place doesn't need a second neutral palette that looks completely different from the first one. And yet you've got every palette that Tarte has ever released, which is where beige goes to die. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? It used to drive me so crazy because I would find somebody that I sort of liked, and then they would make some crack about a brand like needing to have more color or like, oh, you're just so boring. But they would have every single palette from Tarte. And I was like, what are the standards here? What are the standards here? Because you have every beige, Becky bullshit brown palette from Tarte from the last 2 years that are the same. I mean, they did Mermaid and Unicorn and couldn't even get away from neutrals. Like, that's how bad Tarte was for a while. They would do like a unicorn theme and it would have 2 colorful shades and the rest neutrals. Mermaid, that I have it here. Oh, I can see it on the shelf, but I can't reach it. But it was like 3 colorful shades and then a bunch of neutrals. And I was like, what are you trying to pull here? What do you think you're trying to do? There we go. Now that we have some lashes on, I do like that. It's becoming a little better. Yeah, Tarte is always dull. NARS too. Yeah, NARS has gotten boring. Ugh! This glue! Stick down. There we go. Trying to get... Sometimes it feels like it needs a little bit of a... Like I need to push on it a little bit and then it'll like stick to my fingers. There we go. I think we've got it. Where did I put Beauty Below? Okay, so here's Beauty Below. I feel like I want to... I like this pink in the inner corner. I think we want to punch that up a little bit. And I think I want to drag it down. Because again, here's where I want to add some things that are a little bit less typical kind of makeup and more like, it's supposed to be sort of under C, so maybe the makeup runs a little bit. I want more of that pink. I want pink. Can I also tell you, so here's a little aside, speaking about changing the topic. So I've started getting these reels. I don't know if anybody else has gotten them. They seem to be buying a lot of like, I don't know if it's Instagram or Facebook. I think I see them more on Facebook. But it's this company that makes cock ring cookies that are like cookies in the shape of a ring that you're supposed to put on somebody's dick and eat them off, I guess. And you can get whatever like slutty saying you want put on them. And so they show them wrapping them up, and they'll always put their like gloved fingers through the hole as if you didn't understand where the dick would go. I am so confused by these cookies. I'm so confused by these cookies. I can't even tell you, because what I don't understand is, what is the consistency of these cookies? What is the consistency of these cookies? Allison, I will send you one so that you know what I'm talking about. Because I'm trying to think of them from a utilitarian standpoint, where they have to stay on a dick, right? So they have to be a certain level of like hard. So are they just hard, crunchy cookies? That doesn't sound like fun. Because if they're soft, how do they hold their shape? Like if they are up vertical and they're on a dick, like how do they, if they're soft cookies, aren't they going to just fall apart? Aren't they just going to crumble? But so then are these just nasty, hard cookies? I'm so confused by these cookies. And then, so now I've seen them, and because, you know, that's how social media is. If you watch one thing all the way through, that's your personality now. So now, not only do I get more of that cookie company, so that's fine, they're sending me more of that cookie company, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with it, because it's like cock ring cookies. And so everything else that I'm getting recommended, because I've watched these, is either about sucking dick or it's about cookies. They're like, ooh, you like sucking dick and eating cookies, you fat whore. Like, what? Like, my algorithm doesn't know what to do, so it's just sending me like things that are absolutely so profane or about cookies. So I'm just like, what is happening? I don't know. That's what I can't figure out. Like, I'm looking at it and they look like they're just like hard cookies. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Oh, I don't but now I get them all the time, and I was getting them on Facebook, but now somebody else got them and like sent one to me over Instagram. So I'm like, great. Now I'm going to be a cookie goblin cock slut on Instagram too. Like, I don't know what to do, because the algorithm doesn't know what to do. It's cookies and dick. So then it's just like, we'll send you everything about cookies and everything about dick, and we'll just split the difference, I guess. It's so weird. Is it like a fig Newton? No, it's like a chocolate chip cookie. So they have chocolate chip, like rainbow sprinkles and some other flavor, but they're like a sugar cookie, like a butter cookie. Like, I don't know if they're supposed to be kind of like those butter cookies that come in like a tin. I think it's maybe supposed to be like that. I think these are the eyes. I think the eyes are creepy and undersea, but like have some flash to them. I kind of like it. So here's that. Yeah, so I don't understand. I want to order some just because I want to know what the cookie is like, because I'm so confused. Like, logistically, I'm trying to imagine. And like, they had one where somebody ordered it and they're like, my boyfriend's too big for your regular cookies. And so sent like a like thing that was like, this is how thick around his dick is. So could you make the cookies? So they did. I'm so fascinated. I'm so fascinated / confused. It's just, I don't even know what to do. And now my algorithm is just like, Fig Newton. No, I don't think, I don't think Fig Newton would approve of the heathen activities that are happening here. Let me find a blush brush. Let's go into some purple blush. And I think we're going to go light on the blush. I like this blue blend a lot. So I don't think I want to do a lot, but I think I want to do some up on the cheek. So I'm going to do, in the Blend Bunny Masterclass, I'm going to do a little bit of this purple blush. And I'm going to put this like up here. Yeah, so we're just kind of doing a little purple blush. Not a lot, just kind of up here to kind of have a little bit of difference. And we're going to add a little bit of highlight, because I do feel like a fishy should be kind of shiny. I feel like Fishy Lady should be kind of shiny. Just a little bit. And then there's this lighter kind of pink. It's called Fetish. I'm going to go just kind of on the edge of that. Oh, she's so bashful. Bashful Fishy. I just meant the consistency. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I can't figure out, because I'm like, it has to be a pretty stiff cookie, no pun intended, for it to stay. Because if it's hanging vertically, and if it's going to hang there for any length of time for you to like visually enjoy it or whatever, like, and they write like the filthiest things on the front, and they're like, you put it on with like the sentiment facing out, and it's like, well, no, duh. Why are you going to pay to have somebody like pipe icing smut onto a cookie and then slam it into his pubes? Like, who's doing that? Like, we all know that it's all on the outside, but now anytime someone searches Fig Newton, Janessa's video will pop up. I hope so. I hope that we have ruined this for the world. Okay, I think that's enough blush. I think we're good for blush. And let's get, since we're having a blend bunny kind of day, let me see if I can find the Noctilucent. Where are you, Noctilucent? Where are you? Where are you? Shit. This is the second time today I've done this, where I've pulled a drawer too far and it actually falls out of the little thing. Ugh. Okay. Get back in there. Okay, hold on. Noctilucent, where the hell are you? Okay, Noctilucent. Is this content, once again, ooh, maybe not Noctilucent. Okay, we've got this, the Masterclass 4. And so we'll go ahead and put some of this for a highlighter. So it'll be kind of an undersea highlight. Oh, yeah. Oh, how pretty is that? Oh, are you kidding? Look at that. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Oh. I need to go above the line as well. I need to bring that highlighter up there. It's so good. It's so good. I don't want to mess up the liner. I want it to still kind of be in there. Oh, so good. Let's put a little on the nose. Little fishy. Okay. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, she's a slutty fish. Let's see, where do we maybe put a little up here? Just a little. Again, a little kind of just a little bit of an angle, just so we catch the light a little bit. Oops, the hair is coming loose. Oh, shiny fishy. Oh, the nose is a little bit too much even for me. Let me just go over that with just a little bit on this foundation sponge. I want a little bit of glow there, but I don't think we want to be full Domo Arigato Mr. Roboto. I want just a little, oh, there we go. Fishy. Oh. There we go. Oh, I am loving this. This is so cute. Okay. This is so stinking cute. She's swimming towards you. She's swimming towards you. Ah! I should put lips on. Although little fishies, do they have little fishy lips? Let me do. I was gonna do a light blue, but howsomever, I think instead I'm going to do the black liquid lipstick from Maybelline, and then I think I'm gonna put this purple on over top of that. Ooh, I like this. I'm gonna go inside the lip so we don't get that like horrible butthole lip. Or do we just leave it black? I know that Dion loves a black lipstick. I do think that black, plain black with this could be cute. It would match the wing liner. Do we also want to do, I have this blue. Well, so the liquid is blue. But I think the glitter is kind of a goldy glitter, although it looks really blue in there. Do I want to do just a light dusting with this? Too much is never enough. Where did you go? Here you are. Definitely left some like glittery, but it gives it that wet sheen. I like it. I wanted it to be very like undersea, like here she comes undulating through the seaweed to get you, to get you. Do we need something on these black lips? I mean, is there any such thing as too much? I live with team too much. I'm gonna put a little bit of that blue shimmer in kind of the center. Yeah, I like that. Let me go. I still am going to have to do, before I take the pictures and before I film any TikToks or anything, I'm going to need to, I'm going to have to do a little bit of chest painting, and then I'll put on the dress and all that kind of stuff. So we won't probably get the finished look, but let me at least go put the wig on. Let me grab the wig. Let me just grab it here. And yeah, I don't think, I'm not going to paint my hands because they're already stained enough. And I was thinking about holding that little tart seashell like in some of the pictures, but Pretty girl. I don't want to have to paint my hands. I don't want to have to do that. Let me grab the blue wig. I'll be right back. You are now entering the is this content portion of the live where I just wander off to do other things. I'll try to keep talking and hopefully you can hear me, but I have to go grab, and I have to grab another drink. So hold on. I'm going to the fridge. Oh, let's see. What do I want? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now let me grab the blue wig. It's a wig. And now, Mama Champagne, this might be a good time to note that this is my makeup test for you for our photo shoot that we do probably next weekend. I wanted to see if it would look good before we did it on you. So this, with that beautiful blue and red dress, gorgeous, gorgeous, we love it. I think this is gonna look stunning on you. And you don't mind a little staining, right? Right? You'll be fine. Oh, don't put it on with the barrette. In. The only trouble is when I do these foundation looks, the lace on these wigs is still sort of like beige tone. And I don't want to put a bunch of makeup that I'm going to have to try to wash out. Here is the blue wig for the little fishy. I wish I were better at editing photos because I would put it into like some sort of Photoshop thing. And I would make the hairline dark blue to match. Mama Champagne must not be watching anymore because I tried to egg her on by telling her that this was going to be her makeup look for the photo shoot. It is not. We are not doing undersea creatures, but I thought I would just see if you were still here. Yeah. We're going to have a good time. Oh, there's still just makeup everywhere. And I start to wash off, and then it's in a new place, and then it gets on everything else. I don't know if anybody's here. I haven't seen any comments for a while. If nobody's commenting, that is just fine. But if anybody is saying anything, I'm not getting any new comments. I'm always worried about that because that's how Facebook was when I used to do Facebook Lives. Again, even you would just set you to like something where it wouldn't give you all the comments. It would give you like the top comments. And it's like, but what is your rationale for what's a top comment and what is not? I think the color balance on the camera is like, we don't know what to do. We don't know what we're looking at. We don't know what this is. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what the situation is. We don't know who to call for help. We just don't know. And so I think it's because I'm looking at like this up here looks really, really yellow. My hand, the part that isn't stained looks kind of yellow. So I'm hoping, usually the like photos that I take are a little bit more balanced, but. So this is the chat is broken. Oh no, Don is messaging me on Instagram. Oh, bummer. Are people commenting and I'm not seeing it move? Yeah, it has not moved since, let's see, is there a way to go down? Yeah, I haven't seen anything since Dawn did 2 laughy faces and a skull. Oh no! Let me drink a little cherry vanilla Diet Coke. You can see I've got blue makeup all over this fucking can. Everywhere. Everything is going to be covered in blue. Let me try to reverse the camera and see if that does anything. That's just going to show you my laptop that this isn't. Put up a poll to bring it back. Oh, okay. Where's a poll? Is that a poll? Choose sticker. Poll. Done. Oh God, how do I get rid of that? Okay, drag here. Are we back? Did it go? Put up a poll. Ask a question. Why? How? Who? Done. Okay. We'll do that. and then, okay, no, how do I put that there? Am I back? Okay, start a poll. Okay, so now there's a poll. I'm zoomed out again. So try to, somebody say something, because I started a poll. I don't know if I'll get back any of the stuff that I missed, but maybe I will get some of the new stuff. Maybe. Nobody's answering the poll so far. There's 0 votes. There's 11 people, it says, in the chat, or in the, like, that are watching. And only 10 thumbs up, so somebody has not thumbs up. Who are you? Who are you? And what do you want from me? I've already painted myself blue. Isn't that enough for you? Are you not entertained? I am a human. Sorry, flashbacks to when my college did Elephant Man through the drama department. And my friend Chris Harder was the Elephant Man. I am a human. Happens if we, oh, there, I'm back up. Can I, okay, drag here. So I got rid of it. Oh, things moved. Okay. Let's see. Oh. I don't see a poll. Oh no, the chat broke. Okay, I missed a lot of stuff. Let me see. Let me go back. There's a whole bunch of new stuff. Let me see what I missed. Hey y'all, did I do that? LOL. Hello Tanya, how's it going? I've been organizing. Tanya, hey. Tanya, the Fig Newton lover. Hello, people saying hello. Hi Tanya, we're talking about Fig Newtons. This is really good. Thank you CJ, I appreciate that. Thank you Janet. People saying hello, I think I missed you earlier. That's when I came in about the Figgy Newton news. Hey Janet, it's like your face is the sky. Oh, it's an ocean. Y'all just reminded me I have frosted animal cookies. I love that. Wow, this is really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Frosted animal cookies. Hello, Mama. Has anyone ever made quick fudge by microwaving peanut butter and frosting? I saw a video on that too. I have not tried it, but it sounds good. Gorgeousness. Thank you, Dion. Yes, love a black lipstick. Decided to add a little bit of shimmer, but I know you love a black lipstick with shimmer. Leaving it black will keep the focus on the face. Oh, interesting, Dawn. Hey, Dion. Hey, Ass. I haven't ever made that fudge, but I thought Janessa did. Oh, maybe I did. No, I think Angie made it for me. And then I was going to try it, but I don't know if I ever did actually make it. Is this content? I can feel absolutely shattered and still will make me giggle. Thank goodness I don't want to be blue. I'm here. Oh no, the chat broke. Hi, Deanna. Hello. Went down to 0. Don't see a poll. We back. Does it work? Darn. I hit about 5 times. It works on other lives. Sparkle, Neely, Sparkle. Yes, Sparkle, Neely, Sparkle. I love the look the dimension has. Thank you. So there's the poll. I'm not an animal. Maybe, oops, let's see. Maybe switch from all to newest and back again, if someone could ask. That looks fantastic. Thank you. Yes, so we got, we're back. So I think I'm caught up unless it broke again. But yeah, so this is the look, and we are at the end, so it doesn't really matter because I have to finish painting the body, but I just wanted to do a final. And I think I'll try to remember to post a picture on my YouTube posts page. At some point I'll put it up on Instagram too. I'm gonna wait for her. She said she's gonna post the new prompt with our pictures sometime around the 3rd. Oh, pretty girl. Pretty fishy girl. I'm not an animal, I'm a frosted cookie. You're doing the whole body. Not whole body. I have a dress that comes down like this. I'm wearing a blue sequin dress. So I have to do a little bit of body painting up here just to make sure that it's not like all of a sudden pale. This is like fishy, and then this is just like fish belly white. So we'll get a little bit of blue down the neckline to make sure that we look like we are all blue. Yes, so we are going to paint a little bit more blue and put on a blue dress and take some pictures, do some TikToks in this look as well. But thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you for being in the chat. I am so excited. I hope you enjoy this. Yes, Mama Champagne, you dodged a bullet. We're not actually going to make you wear this look, but it's going to be fun. I'm very excited for our photo shoot that we do. It's so fishy. Gwyneth Paltrow is going to turn it into a candle scent. Ah, I love it. So thank you, everybody. Let's see if I can remember my outro. Thank you so much for coming. Everybody that's here in the chat, I would love it so much if you would circle back around and leave a comment once this goes live, if it will let me make it public again. I'll also try to make the Made by Mitchell video live and public again. YouTube is fighting me. While you are down there, don't forget that you can give me that thumbs up to tell me that you appreciated this video. Or if you are like, girl, why are you painting yourself all these crazy colors? Who needed a blue fishy look from you? Nobody. Go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It is all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. I try really hard to make sure I have at least one video or live per week, and sometimes, if you're lucky, if you're very lucky, like this week, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, blue dabba dee dabba diarific. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website, just pretend it's there, in blue, The World of Champagne at janessaj.com. Thank you so much for watching. I think everybody's just saying good night. When you're down there, slip a fig Newton on it. Oh dear. I hope everybody's having a lovely night. Now you're going to all be looking to try to find those reels of the cock ring cookies. Just know your algorithm will never recover. So I hope everybody has a lovely Saturday night, and until I see you again, this blue really, I mean, the color is off anyway, but it's making my teeth look so yellow. They're like little sticks of butter. It's the color, the lighting is so off. The color balance is so off. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later. Until I see you again. Bye. All right, let's turn this off. What is going on? Oh, okay.